So I would argue that the phobias that we can diagnose people with are definitely part of this culture bound syndrome. And so, if you think about more the more dominant phobias out there, and remember what a phobia is. Phobia is a fear, a debilitating fear of something, right? And so, arachnophobia is probably the most common phobia, and that's the fear of spiders. That makes perfect sense, right? We have ophidiophobia, which is the fear of snakes. Astrophobia is the fear of thunder and lightning, right? Carcinophobia is the fear of cancer. Again, makes perfect sense to me. Basiophobia is the fear of falling. Um, Taphophobia is a fear of being buried alive. Now, these all are very rational things to me to be afraid of. But here's where things start getting a little culturally interesting, right? Um, Cholorophobia is the fear of clowns. Now, look, I don't know about you, but clowns are freaky. Clowns are scary. I don't know who created that to be funny. I don't know how that worked, but clowns are freaky, especially if you watch Stephen King. Um, it You'll never see clowns the same way. I'm just telling you. But anyway, we also have aerophobia, which is the fear of flying. And so, not unless a society has flying, like planes or something like that, then would you even be afraid of flying, right? Then, vihophobia is the fear of driving. And so, again, if you don't have cars, how can you be afraid of driving? Globophobia is the fear of balloons. Anyway, that's funny. Telephonophobia is the fear of talking on the phone. And so, what happens is that people who have telephonophobia, they prefer texting. That should be interesting in and of itself. One that we say a lot, I hear a lot, is technophobia, which is the fear of technology. We have coaster phobia, which is the fear of roller coasters, right? Kenomorphophobia is the fear of zombies. Now, I don't know who you are, but look, I watch Walking Dead. I get that. That one actually makes perfect sense to me. But if you're not watching Walking Dead, then I don't know how afraid you would be of zombies. And my favorite one, this is a hard one, so bear with me. So hippopotomonstroso quipedalon phobia. And that's the fear of long words. And so this is what I'm talking about in regards to if your culture doesn't have automobiles, if it doesn't have long words, if it doesn't have airplanes, then there's a lot of these phobias that wouldn't even register for you as a phobia because you wouldn't even know what it was.